Hey, what is going on, guys? VideoJames, and I changed my setup. Yeah, look at that. Now I'm on my bed, and I got my little Dalek over there. I got my Pikachu, my Jose Jalapeno, and I got my Transformer stickers I got on the wall. I actually have four of those, four different sets. I have Optimus Prime on this wall. I got Megatron over there. I got Barricade there, and then my favorites right next to me over there. He Bumblebee. Looking at it now, I kind of wish he'd be over there if I knew this would happen. But anyway, I changed my setup because I got tired of sitting on that floor. That floor is the most uncomfortable spot in my entire room because the carpet's like not soft, and it's got a rough pattern to where if you sit on it, it's gonna leave like tattoos on your arm from the pressure of you laying on the carpet. So that's not exactly the best thing to want to record on, but I didn't make this video just to say I changed my setup, although this is a pretty major change. Kinda wish I had spots to put my statues now, because there's nowhere to put them, but anyway, I recorded this video because I'm going to tell some of you guys how to record videos like me and some other YouTubers like Jacksepticeye, Verlisify, other name I can't think of because I can't think of any other people that I watch that do that. But I had a friend, you'll probably know him, he's Bumblebot. I record a few collabs with him every now and again. Most recently with the, well, I think most recently with the fairgrounds thing, where we went over to the fairgrounds and he was a big scaredy cat. But he said that he wants to record like me and Jacksepticeye do, where we just talk to a bunch of people and we don't get like nervous or anything, or we just don't have anything to say or anything, and I decided that I would make this video kinda to help with him with that and with some other people, because I know some other people help with, or not help with, deal with this kind of thing, to where they want to record videos like this, but they don't really think they have anything interesting to say. And as long as you have something to say, someone out there is going to find it interesting. It doesn't matter if it's about Pokemon, it doesn't matter if it's about Transformers, it doesn't matter if it's about Skylanders. I do actually have that poster up there from when I was like, I think 12. That used to be my game when I was 12. After Pokemon. Pokemon has always been my game since I discovered it when I was 8. Actually, I think I discovered it when I was... No, I was 8. I was 8. But anyway, this is going to be kind of a tip video to help you guys... Not tit, I don't know why it sounded like that. This is going to be kind of a tip video to help you know what to do in order to record videos like me and some other YouTubers, and be able to, I don't know why I'm playing with my necklace, but to be able to record stuff like me and some other YouTubers and be able to do it and have confidence in what you're doing, that you're actually doing a good job. And this is actually some stuff that I found helpful with me recording, and it actually helps me record and get confidence and all that, and it helps me record better without having stuff preventing me from saying stuff interesting. So, again, as long as you have something to say, someone out there is going to find it interesting. Like, you'll find in my videos, I sometimes just babble on and on about random stuff, and I never have a clue. Like, in my last Pokemon Yellow video, I definitely babbled in that one about random stuff. So, go check that one out if you want to know what rambling sounds like, because that's what it is. But anyway, there are a few tips that you can use to kind of get your head into the spirit of recording, and I wrote them down here so that I could be able to see them and be able to actually look at them and know what I'm saying. But I wrote them down here not because it's like a scripting, but I wanted to know what I was going to say without forgetting it and trying to just go off memory of what I said to Bumblebot when I told him originally what to do. And that's the other reason I'm making this video, is because I told him, but I feel like this video could help a lot more people than just one person. And that window is extremely blinding. I need to get something to cover that up, because it's like, that's taking all the light out of my room, if you look at that. That's like taking all the light to where it looks like there's a sun in it, and then over there there's just There's nothing. There's just blackness. Alright, but anyway, the first tip I would say for recording like me and other people is to just break down any emotional walls. Like, you'll know how some people will say emotions can be walls. Well, when you're recording, that can actually be a true statement, because emotions like anxiety, fear, shyness, courage, creativity, those can actually be walls that can prevent you from recording and saying stuff. And if you don't say stuff in a recording, then you're basically just doing non-interesting stuff, and people aren't going to sit there and watch something that people put on YouTube without commentary unless it's like a movie or something, or cutscenes from a game, or a sort of music video or something, like my Umbreon video. But anyway, any emotional walls you have, like anxiety, fear, and all that, just break them down. Get rid of those emotions entirely and just forget they even exist. Forget the meaning of them. That helps too. If you forget the meaning of those words, then it basically kind of eliminates them from your brain, because it doesn't even remember what word you're trying to remember and what it's trying to do. But forgetting those and tearing them down in your head, those emotional walls, that can actually help a lot. That's what I had to do in my first video, because when I recorded my first video, I actually had like 5 takes on that before I actually got a good video. So you'll know that emotional walls can basically stop you from doing anything. And then the second video, and I kind of borrowed this from Doctor Who, but it is a good tip. It actually does help. If you come across a thought in your head, and it's a thought that you don't want to say, and you don't want anyone knowing, just imagine a door in front of that thought and close it. Just like, imagine the thought is in a room. That's not a swear. Imagine the thought's in a room, and you're looking at the thought in the room. Imagine a door in front of the thought and slam the door and lock it, just so that that thought can't get out and you can't say it. That kind of helps prevent you saying stuff you don't want to say, and thoughts that are bad you don't want to say. You can just block them out with that. But that's tip number 2, and that's actually really good, because it does help with a lot of stuff. It helps you keep stuff in here that you want in here, and keep stuff from coming in that you don't want to get in. But that was tip number 2, and tip number 3 is kind of don't use any non-video or video discussion provoked emotions. So like, say if I'm looking at a video and something outside of the video, or if I'm recording a video and something outside of the recording catches my attention, don't put any emotion towards that. Just ignore it. Just use a Jedi mind trick and get it out of your head. I don't know why I did that with my hand sometimes, but that's what you want to do when you come across non-video provoked emotions, is you just want to ignore them. Just don't even pay any attention to them. And that kind of brings us on to step 5, ignore anything that isn't part of your recording. So say like someone walks into your recording space, ignore them. If they're in a camera shot, ignore them. Well, if they're in a camera shot, edit them out, obviously. But if someone walks in your recording space, like say when I'm recording Pokemon, and sometimes my dad will walk up into the attic because he has to get his work clothes or something, just ignore anything like that. Because if you pay attention to that, that'll end up distracting the whole course of the recording, and sometimes it will completely destroy the entire video if you don't have anything to edit out or anything like that. And even if you do have something to edit out, if the outside video occurrence happens at an important moment, you can't really edit it out, because there's not really anything that you would be able to cut out, because you'd have all the important stuff. Like, say if you were in a story-driven game, and the outside video thing happened in a major part of the story, blow it off completely. Just ignore it. Because even if you do edit it out, you're not gonna want to edit it out, because that'll get rid of most of the important stuff. So just ignore whatever goes on outside the video. Just anything that isn't part of your recording or isn't related to your recording, just ignore it. Just completely get rid of it. Just don't even pay any attention to anything that isn't you, your game, or review, or reading, or anything like that, or your recording, and just don't even pay any attention to it. And then, number 5 is kind of, number 5 is kind of a tip that some people can perfect because they've been living like this their whole lives, but some people can perfect number 5, is, if you're one of those people who is afraid of an audience, and you don't really want, like, viewers watching you and stuff like that, imagine that there are voices in your head. Like, this is how I say it. Imagine you're Deadpool, and the viewers that are watching you are just voices in your head, like Deadpool has. Not like, oh yay, it's us! We love us. But be like, just imagine they're just in your head, and they're not real. That way you can think, oh, they won't be able to hurt me, and anything they do say that is positive will just be me bringing me up. But don't say it like that, but because they'll be in your head, any viewer things that would be a problem for you, like an audience or anything like that, picturing them in your head will create the illusion that they won't have any real impact on you. And while you're recording, that's good because it can distract you from the fact that you actually have an audience, like I do, because I have a whole bunch of views on my videos, and putting the viewers in your head, like up here, kind of distracts you from the fact that they're actually real. And that brings us to tip number 6. Imagine that your viewers are just friends. Imagine your viewers are like people you've known your whole life. Like, imagine, alright. Imagine you've had a friend since you were about 5, and you've known them for your entire life. Imagine your viewers are like that, but they're all different people. As long as they're all friends, that'll ease the, I want to say discomfort, but I don't really feel like that's a good word, but it'll ease the feeling of them being like strangers and them, again, the viewers, kind of bringing down your confidence. And it actually helps because then you can kind of think of them as people you've known instead of just complete strangers, and it makes it easier because you'll feel more comfortable around them. If they're people you know, then you're not really going to feel that uncomfortable around them. And it's kind of like that imagining people in their underpants thing, but I don't like that because it doesn't seem like it would ever work. I mean, I don't believe in that. And number 6 is, don't try to plan, like, if you commentate on stuff, don't try to plan stuff, because that's only going to screw you up. Don't plan stuff in advance, like plan out everything you're going to do. Just plan like a basic starting point and a guideline from where you're going to go from there, and just follow that loose so that you're not like strictly staying to that starting point and plot from where you're going to go from there. But don't ever script a video or anything like that. Like, that's the worst thing you can do. Like, not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is, I just wrote this stuff down so I could remember it all, because I sometimes have bad memory. We all have bad memory, but I wrote my stuff down so I wouldn't forget it. That's not scripting. What I'm talking about is, like, don't write out every single little word you're going to say in your entire video, because that's only going to screw you over in the end. Just don't do that. But if you pick a starting point and decide where you're going to go from there before you record your video, and you follow that but not to the letter, it'll actually help you, because you won't be able to think that you're forcing your words, and you won't be able to think that you're doing what you're supposed to do, and you're thinking that you're doing what you're wanting to do. Like, that's what I do for my Pokemon videos. I basically just pick a direction I'm going to go in the video, and I just go from there. I only think about what I'm going to do in the video once, and that's where I'm going to start. So, like, say I'm recording Pokemon, like, I recorded Pokemon today, and I decided what I was going to do. I decided I was going to go to the gym, and I didn't decide what else to do from there. So I just went on from what I said first. And that's helpful for a lot of people, because when you script stuff, like when you write down exactly what you're going to do, or you plan out everything in extreme detail, it can make you actually more nervous, because it'll make you feel like you're doing something that was already planned out. Like, this is the only thing you can do. That's why you never script stuff down, because if you script stuff down, you won't be able to do what you want. But if you don't, you'll be able to do whatever you want to do, and you'll just be able to keep your video in one consistent, I want to say, plot line, and you'll be able to add on stuff that isn't related to the video, but is kind of related. Like, it's not strictly the video, like the whole point of the story, but it is stuff that you want to say, stuff that you want to know and do. And then tip 7 is find a place that you can record at that is comfortable for you, like a spot that you feel good in, like you feel secure and safe. Like, my room is, I spend pretty much all my time in here, just because it has everything I need. Like, I've got entertainment in here, the Kindle's balanced on a TV right now. I've got basically everything I need in here. I got my Kindle, I got my TV, I got my DS sitting over there, along with a DVD player. Why do I feel like this is the Home Shopping Network? But anyway, those are tips for actually recording, and those will probably help some of you, because I know they did help Bumblebot. I'm actually thinking about, when I go over to his house later, if I go over to his house, to help him practice recording like this, and help him try out these tips, because he wants to be able to record like this. So I'm going to help him with that, and that's basically it for this video. I just wanted to make this video so I could put some tips out there for you guys, and so you could know what to want to do and how to do. So that's it for this video, but there is one extra part. I'm thinking about putting a new segment in one of my videos every week. Well, these kinds of videos every week, where you actually see my face, if I make one every week, where I put up a drawing that I made, but I don't think I'm going to do that unless you guys want me to. So if you guys want me to do a segment like that, leave a like, leave a comment down below, and if you guys like this video, slap that like button. That's what you can do with the likes. Just slap that like button, and I'll see you guys later.